Okay. Hello, everyone. It's the Sky Priestess, and I believe we should be live here on Instagram. So hopefully, you see the notification and you come and join. Today, we're going to be talking about a very important alignment that has been influencing the skies these past couple of days, but will also continue to influence the skies for the next week. Now, yes, I know people should be celebrating the fact that Saturn stationed direct today, and I hope that means a lifting of a lot of the collective density that we have been experiencing, all of us. For some reference, Saturn in Pisces has been, intensifying our spiritual, psychic, and energetic pressures and sense of responsibility. And it's not to say that we lose our responsibilities now, but rather we can let go of old ways of seeing certain responsibilities we have been psychically carrying. And I hope that the forward momentum will also go on to help us all collectively find a purer and truer relationship with spirit and the divine at this time. So that is something that does need to be said for today. But what is more on my mind is what has been happening between Thereus and Venus in Virgo, and as it inconjuncts the North Node and Eris in Aries. And let's talk about what that actually means. Now, most of you know that I am the only astrologer who really speaks about Thereus. And in fact, I don't even like calling myself an astrologer because I am a priestess first. I am just a priestess who uses astrology as a tool. But effectively, Thereus, the hunter-stalker in the skies, is all about us looking at those backdoors in our lives. What it is that we need to strengthen, what it is that we need to do so that we have a greater sense of boundaries, of discernment in life, and what it is we need to do to stop patterns of energetic predation, covert surveillance, and parasitism that inhibit us from being healthy, from being whole, from being able to discern, and being able to engage in parts of service that are actually sustainable rather than sacrificial. And right now with Thereus in Virgo, conjunct Venus in Virgo, this particular lesson is showing up for us in terms of our finances, our relationships, and generally speaking, how we look at our larger connection with the feminine. So it's very important at this time to look at those back doors from a very practical, material perspective. Look at your daily life. Look at your daily health. Look at the daily habits that you have. Look at the way you structure time. Look at the tools that you use in ritual. Look at the foods that you eat. Look at all of those little things that make up your everyday experience and look at where the back door comes through them. Because Venus is conjunct Aries at this time, there is an additional focus on finances and relationships as mentioned, but also on sibling relationships, especially those who have sisters. And of course, in this time, it is wiser to mention the more feminized sibling in the connection that you have. So these are all things that we need to look at. But how does it relate to the North Node and Eris and Aries? So Virgo and Eris connect to each other by way of an inconjunct, which is a 150-degree angle. And inconjuncts are uncomfortable. The energy of inconjuncts can be likened to the sound of fingernails on a chalkboard at times, because they can be quite jarring in the way they are experienced. When you have the North Node and Eris together, first of all, Eris is known as the goddess of discord and chaos and war, and the fact that we have the North Node and Eris together in Aries is in itself a summary of what is happening right now. A lot of people are coming to face deep and profound truths in and of themselves. They are realizing how we have been lied to by leaders, by governments, and by the larger system of capitalism, patriarchy, and colonialism that has framed our minds in a particular way. And so a lot of people are waking up to these truths and they want to burn this shit down, which is why we are looking at people joining mass protests, which is why we are looking at people who are awakening to these truths within themselves. And that's wonderful. But then there's also going to be the bunch of other people who refuse to see these truths and are going to react to it from a place of absolute ego, from a place of might is right, and that is also what we are seeing. So when we see Venus and Thereus in conjunct the North Node and Eris, we need to see how these larger transformations and evolutions that are happening in our consciousness go down into the basic day-to-day decisions that we make in our lives. Now, the bridge for all of this is in late Scorpio, late Aquarius. If you have bodies in late Scorpio, late Aquarius, this will then form a yod, which is known as the finger of fate, also known as the finger of God, goddess, divinity, call it what you want. And when a yod is formed, we see a very rapidly moving pattern of energy that brings things to a particular point of culmination very quickly. And we will be seeing this yod formed in the next few days as Mercury transits through the tail end of Scorpio. So our communication, the way we see things, the way we think about things, the way we assert ourselves, especially as we talk about the things that truly matter to us. This can either create cycles of healing or they can create further cycles of harm. In my Tier 23 document and video, which I have for my membership program, I basically call this coming week, November 1st to November 7th, Make It or Break It. Because many decisions about our future on this planet are going to be made at this time. And for those of you who are paying attention, you know what you need to do. You know the awareness that you need to integrate into your body. You know the awareness that you need to put into concrete decisions vis-a-vis your business, your relationships. Who do you support? What goods are you boycotting or not boycotting at this time? You need to put it into practice. And you need to know beyond shadow of a doubt that your words and your voice will carry at this time. And this is the energy that all of us need to be working with as we head towards, or rather head into November. So it's already a fairly large challenge, and it's a time where our voices and our ability to think critically and look at the reality in front of us is instrumental in not only furthering our personal evolution, but our collective experience on this planet. So that is what I wanted to tell all of you. It is a big heads up. This energy is still fresh in the skies, and there is a lot that can be done with it. And that's about it. So take care. Very many blessings as always. And those of you who are just joining in, you can catch the replay. Ciao, ciao for now. Bye-bye.